24 by 8 feet. That's the area Elon's goalie Nathan Dean has to protect. Just 2 years ago, he was protecting that same area some 3,000 miles away, though, for the Manchester City Football Club youth team. Although the jersey and culture has changed, protecting that same 24 by 8 area has not.
Without that look that I got seen that day playing for my town team, I might not have been here today, so that's just as much of a memory to me as playing with Manchester City, to be honest.
That look Dean speaks of came at a young age over in England, which eventually led him playing for the illustrious Manchester City Football Club youth team. And Dean can reflect very fondly on his experiences with the Man City youth team.
I think it's only when you think about it in hindsight that you realise how nice it was to live a life where you essentially played soccer the majority of the time, you know, and a lot of other people weren't as fortunate to have that. And I suppose as well, it was quite a cosmopolitan team at the time, so I got the opportunity to interact with a lot of people and from all over the world.
You may ask why Dean chose to leave the Man City program and come to the States.
The opportunity to play a sport and also get a high quality education is something that you can't really get around the world, especially can't get it in England.
One of the many reasons Dean chose Elon was he found a bond with his coaches and fellow Englishmen Darren Powell and Chris Little, and their relationship has grown from there.
With Darren and Chris regularly, they were very impressive right from the start. They seemed like they were interested not just in the soccer side of it, but in my kind of holistic growth here, which was something that was particularly interesting to me. And they always seemed to be very straightforward, very easy to get on with, very kind of similar to what I'd grown up with, obviously being from a similar place to me. So
we can relate pretty quickly together, having lived some of the same experiences Nathan's had going through the college system myself from the English system, and also just, you know, he's somebody as a player you can rely on day in, day out.
Coach Powell knows how important Dean's past experiences are to this Phoenix team.
Nathan, growing up in a foreign country, is a different set of experiences to the majority of our locker room, as well as the environment he played in. So, you know, whenever you're able to do that, I think all those experiences, you can help in little ways, big ways. It just depends on the circumstance and the situation. Nathan's a goalkeeper, so he's very analytical about the game.
This season, Dean has posted 7 shutouts, which is tied for 3rd most in a season by an Elon keeper. And with his success, so goes the Phoenixes.
What he's been able to do this season has not been a surprise to any of us.
We've won 3 championships now whilst I've been here, and I don't want that to stop. I have every ambition to keep that going and to keep winning Southern Conferences. And then in terms of moving on from that, we'd like to progress every year, so we'd like to do a little bit better than we did last year this year, and we'd like to do a little bit better than that next year. And as long as we see progression each year, then that'll be a success as far as I'm concerned.